With the WWE's new deal with Fox, SmackDown Live going live on Friday nights, with all that money the WWE is going to be making, will they be able to reel in and bring back two iconic figures, the toughest SOB, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and the most entertaining man in all, the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. Some could say Dwayne The Rock Johnson is an even bigger name, an even bigger entity than when The Rock when he was in professional wrestling. But is the WWE eyeing top talents to return like Austin and The Rock? Let's get right into the report. Share, subscribe, smash the bell, refresh my YouTube channel multiple times a day. I'm talking morning, noon, and night, at least 4 to 5 times a day throughout the day. Now, despite Raw often being heralded as WWE's flagship show, it can be argued that SmackDown offers the superior product, with a roster boasting the likes of Daniel Bryan, AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Samoa Joe, Nakamura, The Miz, Charlotte Flair, The New Day, The Usos, and many of the stars. By maintaining its live status on a widely watched network in the form of Fox, SmackDown is in position to challenge Raw for its billing as WWE's top weekly show. And there's been a lot of rumors that SmackDown is going to overtake Monday Night Raw, not only in the ratings, but as being the #1 show. And Monday Night Raw is going to have to take a back seat. Monday Night Raw is already taking a back seat because of, well, their uncreativeness, their unwillingness. Where is that passion anymore? Where is that lust? Where is that strategy, that mentality? WWE Live SmackDown will reportedly remain a live show when it moves to when it moves from the USA Network to Fox, despite shifting from Tuesdays to Fridays beginning in October 2019. WWE has a lot of extra money laying around since their television deals were announced, which will bring over $2 billion to the WWE over the next 5 years. Now, keep in mind, this is according to Ringside News, the dirt sheets, the websites. It might be possible to see a Stone Cold Stunner and a rock bottom on WWE television once again, as saw on Raw 25 from the toughest SOB, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Dave Meltzer was asked about, on the Wrestling Observer Radio, if WWE could possibly afford to bring back a huge name like The Rock or Stone Cold Steve Austin with their new bankroll. The last time I saw him was a while ago, and he was really big and he was in good shape, was Stone Cold Steve Austin. But he's 53 years old, and you're looking at 5 years from now, he's going to be well into his late 50s, his early 60s. Now, last time he did something physical, he got hurt. I don't see it. The Rock is the same thing. The last time he did a match, he got hurt real bad, and he hasn't done a serious match since. Now he's 46, and he's got that big movie career. Could I see either of them doing a spot at WrestleMania? Of course. A run? No. A match? I mean, one match for The Rock, possibly. But look, if Rock was going to do a match, it would have been this year in the corner of Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Now, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it's not out of the question to see Stone Cold Steve Austin on The Rock, but don't bank on it. Don't hold your breath. But the WWE, they could bring him in, say The Rock could be the general manager, Austin could be the co-general manager. Imagine The Rock and Austin being co-general managers like Bischoff and Austin were, or Austin being an authority figure for SmackDown Live, or The Rock being the commissioner of Monday Night Raw. I mean, just having The Rock and Austin there on a weekly basis, whether they're wrestling or whether they're getting into it, or, if they're there to control the law, if they're there to lay down the law and show you and tell you how it's going to go. Just have Austin and The Rock on your TV screens each and every Monday and Tuesday night. And maybe since SmackDown's going to be the bigger show, since they're going to put more focus on SmackDown, put Austin and The Rock on Monday Night Raw. Not so much, a wrestling capacity, probably not. But the fact that it's being rumored about a wrestling return for Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock is big to me, and it speaks volumes. Do you think at this day and era, do you think the WWE, do you think Austin and The Rock, could reconfigure the WWE? Imagine if they got some input. Imagine if The Rock and Austin were there to put their input on creative. I mean, imagine if you had Vince Russo, a Rock, an Austin, a Paul Heyman, or a Bischoff. You know what they got to do? Here's what the WWE really got to do, okay? Because you know what it is? A lot of people ask me, Sean, why don't you do your Raw reviews anymore? Why isn't there any more Raw reviews? Because most of the Raws are meaningless, they're dull, they're repetitive, and that's what I would be coming on each and every Monday night. And I'm not to say I won't do Raw reviews ever again. I will do Raw reviews if there's a popular demand, if you share, subscribe, smash that bell, and turn on all notifications. But it would be the same repetitiveness of Monday Night Raw each week. It would be coming on here and complaining complaining and ranting and raving. I think people would like me coming on here and ranting and complaining about Monday Night Raw and how it should change. I mean, how many times, how many years now have we been saying the WWE needs to change? They need to go in a different direction. They need to overhaul the entire creative team. If you had Austin and The Rock or Russo or Heyman on the creative team, can you imagine the validity? Can you imagine the positivity? Can you imagine the aura, the vibe that the WWE would be giving off if this were to happen? But once again, that's just probably, it's a good thought. It's a good strategy. It's great wisdom. But, let's not look for that anytime soon. But with all this extra money and all the glory and all the green that's coming in for the WWE, you got to wonder, can you imagine what it would be like if Stone Cold and The Rock, imagine the new matches. Imagine the progress. Imagine the initiative. The Rock bringing all the fans over from, that watched his movies over the last 10 years from Hollywood. It would be a whole new fan base. Or what about Stone Cold Steve Austin and what he's doing outside the WWE and his podcast and his fan base and his, overwhelming success, and they brought that over to the new era of WWE. Viewers and subscribers, what could the WWE do with Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, with all this extra money, the billions of dollars, this new SmackDown deal? Should The Rock go to SmackDown where he lay it the SmackDown on all their candy? Or should Stone Cold open up the biggest can of whoop-it on the whole entire Raw roster once again in 2019 and further? Share and subscribe, smash the bell. And you know what? Truth be told, Austin and The Rock may be in the best shapes of their life. They may be in better shape now than they were when they were in professional wrestling, but that's just my view and my sense of anything. More to come from the brash and brazen Sean for Entertainment to keep it prolific, consistent, and dedicated. I work around the clock. I don't stop. More to come. Don't go anywhere.